Here we go. Is my hair gonna stay in? Ooh. Hello everyone. So today I would like to talk about perfectionism. If this video comes across very rambly, it's because it is. But that's okay, because the point of this video is to not be perfect, because that is a stupid idea. What even is perfect? I don't even know. I didn't want to write a script for this video because, as I said, I just wanted to roll with the punches. You know, I put some clothes on, had a shower, turned the camera on, hope for the best. And I think that that's kind of what I want to get at in this video, is allowing yourself to be creatively free without that inner voice of perfectionism stopping you. It's ruining your life. Ugh. It can get in the bin, thank you. The definition of a perfectionist is I'm not going to be able to read this now. A propensity for being displeased with anything that is not perfect or does not meet extremely high standards. Another example from Psychology Today, perfectionism is a trait that makes life an endless report card on accomplishments or looks. When healthy, it can be self-motivating and drive you to overcome adversity and achieve success. When unhealthy, it can be a fast and enduring track to unhappiness. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this today was because there have been a few projects or a few ideas which I've had, and I really want to translate them, edit them and put them out. I just end up stopping myself. So I've sort of done a bit of investigating to figure out why I struggle to complete a project and put it out into the world. Because I haven't achieved my idea of perfect. And what even is that? So for example, I'll be recording a fitness video, and I will be scrutinizing my body to the nth degree, thinking, oh, there's a roll there, something wrong there, oh, the lighting's not right, I have a double chin in that one shot, and then I just don't post it and I don't continue with the project because I've already written it off. Even now, it's really hard to just talk, and I need to stop freaking myself out. Anyway, I have always been a competitive child. When it came to anything creative, like artistic or dance or singing, I always strived to be the best in the class, and I sort of secretly did it. I didn't want anyone to think that I believed I was better than anyone else. I honestly never believed that I was better than anyone, but I just always had this thing inside where I was like, I must be the best, and then I will be worthy of love and friendships. Lovely. I think that kind of started from there really, and then it just perpetually got bigger and bigger. And as you enter teenagedom and adulthood, there are all these other external pressures from social media, from TV, that sort of start to build this idea of what you should be and how you should present and how you should look and what you should do in your life and what success looks like. And that's a lot of pressure. I started putting these pressures on myself and started to cultivate my own secondary reality, where I imagined the perfect version of Sophie doing all the things perfectly, looking perfect in a certain way, or however I imagine myself would be, like have the perfect body or the perfect skin or whatever. And it's just absolutely exhausting. And as a teenager, I definitely thought that if I could work towards that imaginary person, I guess at the end of the day, I thought people would like me more. It just ended up making me unhappy. And then I went to drama school, where it's very, very competitive. And suddenly I was this large fish in a small pond, and now I am a little shrimp trying to cling on to the edge of a rock, where I just see like all the fishes, and I'm suddenly in the ocean like, oh my gosh, I'm out of my depth. Oh. I started thinking, I've got to have a six-pack. Every single time I perform, I want people to think, wow, just give that girl an Oscar. The sort of excessive need to feel like I'm special or different in some way from everyone else. It's just not reality, really. I'm just not living in a real world. So I started to kind of not really take risks. You know, in acting classes, we were told to, you have to take risks, you have to trust yourself, trust the process, and you're being pulled this way and that way. And in dance class, you're being told you have to point your toes and be perfect, and you're always striving for this kind of imaginary perfection, and then in acting you're told to be vulnerable and you're told to strip everything away and take risks, and it's this kind of like push and pull that really kind of messed with me a little bit. In acting class, I stopped taking risks because I was too afraid of it not being perfect, which is like the worst thing you can do when you're trying to be honest and truthful. Okay, I'm rambling now. Being at drama school, constantly comparing yourself to other people, you know, you watch your third years and the people who graduate, they're perfect, or this, you build up this idea. And I think everyone does this to an extent. If you close your eyes and you imagine this perfect version of yourself, and I found myself just constantly trying to run towards that imaginary person. But the problem is that I was on a treadmill and I was running completely just statically, and I was exuding all of this energy that kind of didn't really go anywhere. In fact, it just made me really exhausted, emotionally tired and unhappy. It made me feel like I just wasn't good enough as I was then and there. If you don't believe in yourself, and if you don't feel confident in where you are right now, then there's absolutely zero way that you can build on that. It's like trying to build a house and you've got no foundations. Funny enough, the only time where I started to come out of my shell and actually feel confident in my ability was when I left. I started to really believe in myself as a performer. So after drama school, I went to a cruise ship and I worked with a company called AIDA for 2 years as a lead vocalist, because I was singing every single day to German passengers who literally are after that week, they're never gonna see me ever again. It took that whole feeling of, I want to be perfect right now. I mess up and that's gonna stay with me for the rest of my career. Oh no. They just went away, because then there's just like a clean slate each week. So it didn't matter if I messed up. It didn't matter if I had a cheeky crack. It didn't matter if the tone of my voice wasn't exactly how I wanted it to sound. And I started to really enjoy that feeling of freedom and not really caring about what they thought. I couldn't even hear what they thought. They spoke in German. If they hated it, if they were heckling at me, I wouldn't know. I'd be like, yeah, genau. And I'm gonna try and take that same feeling into the next chapters of my life. It wasn't about me trying to put on the best vocal, performance of my life. I just needed to have fun. That's what I want you to do, is to start imagining that all of the people who are watching you are just German cruise line passengers you're never going to see again in a week's time. And honestly, I tell you, this will give you the freedom to just go for it and have fun. And this is a thing, social media. But I feel like Instagram and social media has just enhanced this idea of everything being perfect. Obviously everyone knows that, you have filters and you're going to make yourself, look a certain way. It's all fake. We all know it's fake. We know. Trying to come from an angle as a creator and a creative, I think it's kind of starting to kill creativity, because now people are too afraid to try things. Because before, when you would make something, create a play, write a song, it wasn't instantly posted to Instagram for everyone to scrutinise. It was okay for you to have things a little bit crap, or you sing at a certain cabaret and you cracked on a note. That was fine. There was never the instant post it to my Instagram story moments. I think that kind of breeds this culture of not allowing people to be bad, mess up and try again. I was actually talking with a friend about this. The fact that everything is snappable and Instagrammable stops people from being vulnerable. It's like the biggest paradox ever. I'm happy that people are posting stuff, theatre, but at the same time, it's all built up in my head, and then I feel like, oh God, there's no way I can be good enough to do that. Is that an internal thing that I need to fix, or is it just what social media has created in general? I don't know. I would be interested to hear what you think. Fear of failure. This is a big one. The fear of it going all wrong, and what happens then? Nothing really. You just do it again. It gets better each time. The fear of failure can be completely paralysing, and I know it has definitely been for me on certain occasions where I've been so afraid of it going wrong or not being perfect that I just don't do it. And even try, I don't even try. That's just so bad. Perfectionism is the creativity killer. Kills it and it's dead, you know? Throughout my life, I've left this trail of unfinished projects, and I was trying to think, why do I do that? Partly is I lose interest quite quickly in things that I find old. I'm an ideas gal. Like, get me in a brainstorming session and I'm like, pew, pew, pew. Like, I love ideas. I just like love coming up with new things. But the problem is that I then grow tired of the new thing. I like things that are new and shiny, you know? And after they've lost their luster, I'm like, I want to move on to the next new and shiny thing. And also the reason why I don't think I finish projects is because I'm kind of never ever happy with how they turn out, or I'm never completely satisfied. In my mind, perfectionism is like some like really fairy, and she's got like purple lipstick, and she's got kind of dark mix of purple and green hair, and she's like and she's got those like 90s sunglasses that come to a point here like that, and she's wearing sort of like a fluffy coat, you know what I mean, purple freckles. And she's saying, it's just not good enough, everyone's gonna hate you, don't post that, don't write that. And I've done that throughout my whole life. Even posting pictures on Instagram, like I would think 10 times before am I gonna wanna post that? Is that kind of what I think my Instagram profile should be like, me, the aesthetic? And I realised, what a blooming ginormous waste of time, because no one cares. And that's the one thing that I've started to slowly realise, is that no one cares, apart from yourself and your own perfectionist, fairy, gremlin, whatever inner voice you have. And I guess the reason why I'm wanting to make this video is just sort of open up the topic. I want to hear your opinions. If you find yourself not doing something creative out of fear of failure, just stop for a moment and really ask the question, why are you not going for it? And break it down into a list. Literally write a list of the reasons why you shouldn't do the thing. Most of the time, if I'm going to ever do that, it's mostly like, no one's gonna think it's good enough, no one's gonna watch it, no one's gonna blah, blah, blah. And it's all these negative, they're not actually real reasons for me to not try the new thing. They're just sort of made up reasons in my head. And if you look at that list and you recognize that these really are just out of fear or you're scared, meditate on it for a sec and go for it. I want to encourage people to just start doing the thing that they like doing and not give a damn about what anyone thinks. Then I think the world will be a more creative place and less judgmental. I know for sure I will look back at this footage and I will scrutinise myself. I would scrutinise the shapes my face is making. I will scrutinise how I look. I'll probably scrutinise the backdrop or whatever. There'll be things that I will nitpick on. I think slowly, step by step, I'm just starting to try and ignore all of those signs. The only way that you can start to do that is recognising that they're there in the first place. So I give you a challenge. Do that one project that you've been putting off just because you think, what's really the point, because no one's gonna like it. How do you know that? You don't. Just do it. And if no one likes it, you like it, so good for you. Great, you did a thing. And I think we should celebrate the small wins. Another thing, you're not as important as you think you are. I know that sounds really mean. Like, yes, everyone's important, and we're told from when we're a kid, you know, oh, you're my special little girl, or you're so special, blah, blah, blah. But I think that can be quite dangerous if you're told that you're special all the time, because individuals are not special. I'm one of billions of humans on this planet, and you know, all you need to do is just watch like a documentary about space to kind of realise how insignificant we are. I didn't mean it to get super dark, but just understanding that you posting a video about a song that you wrote on the ukulele 5 years ago isn't going to change the world, and that's okay. It's probably going to put a smile on a few people's faces. Stop putting that intense pressure on yourself in everything that you do, especially creative. And honestly, the moment where you start just kind of not really caring, it's just so freeing. I remember, I don't know who it was, I think think it might have been Sting or something. I may be completely wrong, but it was an artist that was in interview, whatever, said that they write 100 songs for an album and then like 10 get picked. And they said that, yeah, some of them are really terrible, but I still wrote them. You only see the 10 that are the cultivated, the top picks. I think give yourself permission just to try out new things and then the more you do, the more you create, you'll find little gems. Little gems will just pop up here and there. Take the pressure off every single thing you create has to be a gem. I think I rambled a lot. I talked a lot. I'm so sorry. Hopefully someone got something out of this video. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching. Stay beautiful. Stay creative, keep making all of the good stuff, keep making all of the bad stuff, the good, the bad, the ugly, make it all. Don't ever let your perfectionist, evil fairy get in the way. Not helpful, okay? Much love. Bye friends. See ya. Is social media ruining the world? Whoever invented the like button can get in the bin. The like button has ruined so many people's confidence. Social media has managed to do this wonderful thing of placing humans' worth in an amount of numbers of hearts or thumbs up. And on that note, please thumbs up this video.